Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game is so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, Boys and Girls Club of America here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Tonight, we've got MVP basketball once again. We've got MVP basketball's March Middle School Madness Tournament going all this week and also going, I believe, all next week as well. In fact, as you can see on the screen, this matchup is between the Norwell Knights of Ossian, Indiana, and Huntington University, Huntington 7, not Huntington University. These are middle school kids. These are not kids from Huntington University. But if I'm not mistaken, this Huntington team is a combination of kids from Crestview and Riverview middle schools. Those are the two middle schools connected to Huntington North High School, part of the same district. And this game features the 7th graders from Huntington and the 8th graders from Norwell. So you got kids a grade separate from each other taking the court against each other for this first game tonight. We'll go ahead and remind you that the MVP basketball program partners with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Fort Wayne to provide Fort Wayne's most unique and comprehensive basketball program. Well, the way the bracket has shook out so far, the winner of this game will play the winner of St. Vincent versus South Unity. St. Vincent and South Unity will play each other tomorrow night right here at the Boys and Girls Club. That's a 6 p.m. start time between those two teams, and the winner of that game, again, will play the winner of this game. Our second game for tonight is between Shawnee Middle School, part of the Fort Wayne Community Schools District, and the 8th graders from Huntington. They'll play at about 7:30 p.m., and the winner of that game gets Memorial Park after Memorial Park came from behind to beat East Noble just last night. Memorial Park, they've become known for coming from behind victories. But again, this is Huntington versus Norwell. And, of course, we're seeing some good quality basketball from those programs. I'll tell you a little bit more about that when I come back. You're watching MVP basketball here on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Back here at the Boys and Girls Club in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are fairly close to Southside High School. That's the closest of the high schools that we're located to. But, of course, kids from all over the area, I should say, come here to play in this MVP basketball tournament. Again, this is the March Middle School Madness Tournament, part of MVP basketball. You have to give recognition to some of our to our main sponsor, rather. That is Midwest America Federal Credit Union. Midwest America Federal Credit Union is excited to partner with the Boys and Girls Club's MVP basketball program. The opportunity to improve the lives of their neighbors inspires every move they make. They invite everyone to download their Zogo app, which provides financial education and principles for all ages. Users can earn gift cards for completing financial lessons. For more information on Midwest America's Zogo program, visit their website at midwestamerica.org.
Norwell had to get different uniforms, so it's all going to change. Let me have your Norwell roster.
All right, been told that Norwell will be changing their uniform, so we'll get to that here in just a second. I'll be right back after this break on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Back here at the Boys and Girls Club here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Again, they're going to be changing the uniform numbers for Norwell, and or at least they wore different uniforms, so the kids' numbers will be different. I think we'll be getting word on that in a little bit. But the matchup, again, is between Norwell and Huntington North. Huntington North is the home team on your scoreboard. Norwell is the visiting team. And these teams feed into, for Huntington, they feed into the Huntington North High School program. Norwell typically feeds into, well, as you would expect, the Norwell High School program. And so you would think that these kids would be the future of their particular high school programs. And, of course, Huntington North has kind of been building up under head coach Eric Thompson for the last few years. When Eric Thompson took over the program after coming over from Peru, the Vikings went 7-17 in his first year, which was 2 years ago. Then a year later, they improved to 10-14, and they have improved this year. The Vikings, their high school season, unfortunately, is over, but they finished the season overall 14-10, including the first-round loss to the Wayne Generals. Wayne, of course, went on to the sectional championship at Huntington North and beat Homestead. Now, Norwell, their high school team, is coached by Mike McBride, and Coach McBride has had some very good programs in his time there, although this year Norwell didn't finish the season the way they quite wanted to. They finished it at 12-12. Excuse me, that was last year. That was last year's finish. But still, 12-11 was their finish at the end of this season, including the sectional loss at the hands of Heritage. And just getting the new rosters here in just a second, so I'll be right back after this break.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our portrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Back here at the Boys and Girls Club, a lot of last-minute changes, as you could expect. Again, Norwell taking on Huntington North, and the clock shows that we'll be starting in about 1 minute. Game's scheduled to start at 6 p.m. It's currently 6:01, so clock shows we're about to start in 1 minute. And they will have a national anthem. They're planning to have a national anthem at the start of this game. And I think they're planning to do that at just the start of this game as opposed to at the start of the second game. So just one rendition of the national anthem is the plan for today. Of course, plans change, as we just found out from Norwell head coach Dylan Miller. Had some jerseys change. In fact, they're changed all the way around, and thankfully I was able to get those updates from Coach Miller just a moment ago. So Mitch Sturm telling the officials that they're going to start the warm-up clock and have the captains' meetings here as we get started. Right now the pregame clock shows 23.3 seconds, but if they're starting the warm-up clock, they're probably going to put that clock at 20 minutes. Right now, another quick reader for you. Special thanks to Boys and Girls Club President Joe Jordan for supporting the MVP basketball program and providing all of these kids a great opportunity to showcase their skills on the court and help them grow as young adults off the court. I'm sure we'll be hearing from those particular folks, whether it's Joe Jordan and Midwest America Federal Credit Union and an MVP basketball program. Through the course of this night, we'll be giving them recognition. They have put 15 minutes on the warm-up clock, by the way, so we've got another 14 minutes and change before this game gets underway. The officials are here. Our officials for tonight are Ronnie Branch, Greg Mose, and Paul Carter here at the Boys and Girls Club in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Do have the starters for both these teams, and I think I can call this Norwell starting lineup official. Starting lineup for Norwell is Oakley Bryant, Wes Daffern, Weston Harris, Jace Reinhard, and Oakley Mosser. And again, I think I can call the Huntington North starting lineup official as well. That lineup shows Isaac Hacker as a starter, along with Clayton Talby, Ami Sunderman, Maddox Bumgardner, and Lane Havens. So those are the starters as I have listed at this point. I'll update that if that changes. I do have the roster with me, so I'll see if that should change at any point in this broadcast. Again, about 14 minutes on the clock. We'll be back in 40 seconds here on this broadcast of MVP Basketball Middle School March Madness, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our portrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We are here at the Boys and Girls Club, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe I'm joined by Travis Penrod, head coach for Huntington North. Do I have that right?
That's correct. Yep.
Right, thanks, Coach. Nice to meet you. Well, first of all, how happy are you to bring your guys here to play at this March Madness tournament?
Yeah, we're really excited that Mitch gave us a call. It's our 7th grade group, so we've actually got 2 groups here tonight. 7th grade first game and our 8th grade coming up next game, but just a great opportunity to compete a little bit more against good teams, and really like what the Boys and Girls Club does here.
And if I'm correct, this particular game is 8th graders versus 7th graders, so it's a chance for you to compete against kids that maybe are a grade older than yourself,
Yep.
and kids that you'll probably be competing against quite a bit come next year. So, well, maybe not next year, but maybe when you get to, they'll be playing against 8th grade kids come next year. So how good of an opportunity is that for these kids?
No, it's a fantastic opportunity. We just talk a lot about being challenged, pushing ourselves. This is a really good Norwell team. We've had a chance to play them one other time in the Bluffton Middle School League. It's a really competitive game there as well, and a great program in Norwell. So, yeah, we're excited just to be able to compete against them and have an opportunity to just get better.
And it's obviously a great opportunity, but how pleased have you been with the growth of these kids in preparing for this game?
You know, they have worked really hard. I know this time of year when the weather gets nice, everybody gets a little bit of spring fever, wants to start getting outside into the spring sports. But we talk about finishing strong, and this group has played well all year long through their middle school seasons and then to kind of our club season. So this is just kind of one more opportunity to get better, and happy to do it here.
And, of course, there is a chance that a lot of these kids will be going on to Huntington North when they start their high school careers. And I think we're seeing, at least at this point, the trend for Huntington North has been that they have been getting better ever since Eric Thompson took over the program. I don't know if you've gotten any chance to get out and see the Huntington North Vikings, but if you have, how are you liking what you see?
Oh, yeah. No, and Coach Thompson, he's actually here tonight to watch these guys. But, no, it's a lot of really, really good momentum with the Huntington program from third grade all the way up through the high school level, and really excited about what's coming up the pipeline for these guys, and competed well at the high school level this year. And these guys we talk a lot about here, the 7th graders, they're just a couple years away from joining those guys. So, yeah, we're really excited about what's happening in Huntington.
Again, that is Travis Penrod, who's the head coach of this Huntington Vikings 7th grade team. Coach Penrod, thanks for joining me. I'll let you get back to your athletes.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. And that was Travis Penrod, and we're thinking that we might get to hear from Dylan Miller in a little bit too. And, of course, the way it works is after the game is over, they'll recognize an MVP at the end of each game, usually from the winning team. The winning team will get a trophy, and then the MVP will be recognized. And I don't know if Dylan Miller's about to make his way up here or just greeting Coach Penrod. Looks like sounds like he is going to make his way up here shortly. So, yeah, Dylan Miller's about to make his way up here. So, again, I'll be back in 40 seconds. You're watching high school boys basketball, MVP basketball. I'm sorry, not high school, MVP basketball on Summit City Sports.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
And we are back here at the Boys and Girls Club here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Dylan Miller, who's the head coach of this Norwell 8th grade team, if I'm not mistaken, coming into the Boys and Girls Club to play the 7th grade team from Huntington North. Coach Miller, first of all, how much of a treat is it to bring the athletes to an event like this?
Well, last year we brought a team, and I thought it was just a special group that came in. They competed hard. And I think, again, this group, it's a good opportunity. I mean, we played in the Bluffton League a few weeks ago, and I think this is just another good opportunity to get these kids out here and get them ready to see what they're made of, show us as coaches for the high school kind of where they're at. I mean, a lot of these kids are going to move up to freshman ball next year, maybe some even looking at JV. So you're just going to have to, this is an opportunity for them to kind of show us where we're at and what's going on with them. And that's kind of where we're at there.
Now, of course, some of the folks who are from the Wells County area probably are very familiar with these kids and how good they are, but for those who aren't so familiar with them, who would you say have been, as far as you can tell, some of the best players to watch out for?
So I think, you have number 14 and number 4 there, Jace Reinhart. He's been a really good athlete for us. He's really good defensively. He goes for steals a lot of times, and he's really good handling the basketball. He's really good competing on the defensive end. So he's one to watch out for on the defensive end, competing, really getting at it there. And then you'll have a few taller guys there. Oakley Mosier came in just this year. This is his first year playing with us. So I think he's really fit in with the atmosphere. He's really fit in with the culture that this 8th grade team themselves really throws at the opponents here or there. And then number 13, you'll see Weston Harris, just a little big body. And, us as coaches have shown when you tell him to do something, he'll slip. So he has that basketball IQ where he's able to do what he needs to do there. And then number 5, you'll see our point guard, Wes Dafford. He's kind of just a little streaky shooter. He'll get on and off here. But defensively, I mean, he does a really good job. And overall, this is a really solid group defensively. I've seen a lot of ups and downs with this group the last month here, coaching them a little bit here or there. And so I just feel like there's a lot of good, a lot of positive coming out of this.
Now, one name I couldn't help but notice on this roster was it's a guy who's not available tonight, Blake Feast, number 10. Now, that stands out because that's a name that's fairly familiar to Norwell basketball. Mackenzie Feast, she played at Norwell. She was a top-notch scorer for them on the girls' team. So, as far as you can tell, would you say what would you say is how much upside does Blake have at this point?
I think, he really worked hard overall. Again, during the season, we kind of watched him a little bit. He had some really good things. He was kind of the leader on the team, and you could tell that he did some positive things here or there. He was a leader. He kind of stepped up in the roles that he needed to step up in. And I think, like all good players, you're just going to have to grow. We talk about Josh McBride. We're just going to have to – he started from freshman to sophomore. You can tell he grew, and then throughout the year this year he kind of grew. So I just think Blake's going to be the kind of that same player. He's got the potential. I think he's got to still work on a few things like we all do. But overall, I've kind of been pleased with what he's got, and hopefully he can continue that moving forward in the summer and so on and so forth.
And I think you probably know this more so than I do, but for middle school kids, there's always something to work on if you want to better your game.
Always, yes. Yep, there's always something to work on. This group is just getting in our rhythm of the defensive help, getting in the gap help. We always call it gap help at Norwell with McBride. He always has that gap help. So getting into that help side defense. Some people follow it, some people don't. And, again, this group, I think, as they kind of work together more and more, maybe throughout the summer or here, you could tell that it clicks a little bit, and they're just going to have to keep working on those little things like that.
Coach Dylan Miller of the Norwell 8th grade team joining me. Coach, thanks for joining me. I'll let you get back to your athletes.
Thank you.
So we have heard from both coaches. We've heard from both Dylan Miller of Norwell and Travis Penrod of Huntington North, and we will be we got another kid joining us. This is, I've got the name here on my roster, Cade Havens, if I'm not mistaken. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Well, Cade, thanks for joining me. So how are you liking being here at this MVP March Madness tournament?
It's amazing.
It is amazing, I bet. So you said you're 5th grade. Have you gotten to play any with these kids, or are you just working your way up?
I've had a little experience with AAU with them, but I think that's it.
All right, and how would you say you're liking what you're seeing from this Huntington team so far? I guess there's 2 Huntington teams here. There's the 7th grade team, and then there's the 8th grade team. How would you say you're liking what you're seeing?
I think they're going to do really good in this tournament, and I think they're just really solid overall.
And how well would you say you've been developing your game as far as you're concerned?
I've been dribbling and shooting and practicing my game.
All right, thanks again. That's Cade Havens, a 5th grader, joining us today. A 5th grader from Huntington, if I'm not mistaken. Do I have that correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks, Cade, for joining me, and congratulations on all the work you've done.
Thank you.
All right, Cade Havens joining me here for a quick interview, and right now I'm going to go to break and come back and explain some of the rules, but getting a little picture here before we get started. I believe that's Johnny White taking the picture here. I think he's focusing in on Cade. Yeah, look, just going by the position of the phone here, he's focusing in on Cade. So that's just some of the stuff you can expect to find at this MVP basketball tournament. We'll be back in a few. You're watching MVP basketball here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And
Well, I have to cut that ad because Mitch Sturm is about to give a little introduction. He's the founder of MVP Basketball, and he is PA announcing. So I'm going to turn it over to Mitch as he introduces these starters.
Fort Wayne's most unique and comprehensive basketball program. We want to thank our sponsor, Midwest America Federal Credit Union, is excited to partner with the Boys and Girls Club's MVP program. The opportunity to improve the lives of their neighbors inspires every move they make. They invite everyone to download their Zogo app, which provides financial education and principles for kids of all ages. The users can earn actual gift cards for completing their lessons. For more information on Midwest's Zogo program, visit their website or one of their branches. I want to give a special thanks to the Boys and Girls Club president, my friend Joe Jordan, for supporting the MVP program and providing all these kids a great opportunity to showcase their skills on the court and to help them grow as young adults off the court. This is our 31st year of basketball, and we're proud of the fact that no kid has ever paid a dime to play. So we thank all the great sponsors we've had in the past. Now, let's meet our players. First for the visiting Norwell Knights. Number 1, Nolan Hitchfield. Number 14, Clark Evans. Number 2, Gabe Gerber. Number 20, Paxton Frisch. And number 15, Mason Vendahl. Your starters are number 12, Oakley Bryant. Number 5, Wes Daphorn. Number 13, Weston Harris. Number 4, Jace Reinhardt. And number 11, Oakley Moser. Norwell's coached by Dylan Miller and Jacob Collins. And now let's meet our Huntington Vikings. Number 0, Cooper Tennell. Number 2, Balin Putman. Number 3, Hudson Pepperine. Number 12, Mason Ripley. Number 22, Brody Jones. And now your starting lineup. Number 4, Isaac Hacker. Number 23, Clayton Talby. Number 32, Maddox Bumgardner. Number 34, Lane Havens. And number 24, Ami Sunderman. The Vikings are coached by Travis Penrod, Paul Smelser, and we got Coach Thompson in the building tonight. Good luck, everybody. Good luck.
So those are the starters for both Huntington and Norwell, and I get to explain some of the rules. A player can go out of bounds, return inbounds, and then be the first to touch the ball. There's no 3-second count between the release of a shot and the control of a rebound, at which time a new count starts. The intent of the 3-second rule is not to allow an offensive player to gain an advantage.
Each quarter will be 7 minutes.
And also one of the rules worth mentioning is if you dunk the basketball, you get 3 points in these games as opposed to just 2. And
all held balls will result in a jump ball. A team in the bonus after the 15th foul each quarter will shoot the 1-and-1. Never a double bonus. You want to win, you got to make your free throws. A player is disqualified after the 6th foul. A coach calling timeout, they move the ball to half court. And it's an all-MVP event. All dunks are worth 3 points. We had a good one last night, so here we go.
Mitch Sturm explaining the rules. He just explained that a dunk is worth 3 points. There's also no alternating possession. All tie-ups result in jump balls. This is Huntington North who starts with the basketball. That's Lane Haynes who hands it off to Ami Sunderman. Sunderman for three, comes up short. He gets his own rebound into the paint. Off glass and in. Sunderman sticking with the play. And Huntington has the early 2-0 lead. Norwell gets the ball. The feed from Bryant. These numbers are different from what they originally were, but this is Weston Harris who feeds that one off to Oakley Moser. That's how it was pronounced when his name was announced. Wes Daffern for three! An early three for the Knights.
3-point basket by Dafford.
A loose ball just recovered by Haynes. And Haynes trying to get around some traffic. He gets a screen from Clayton Talby. Sunderman had the two on the last Vikings possession. The feed to Talby. Talby double-teamed. Just kicks it out. And Sunderman able to put it home on the drive. Huntington retakes the lead. 4-0. Or 4 points, rather, for Sunderman. 4-3 on your scoreboard. That's Weston Harris trying to get into the paint. And that three ball from Moser comes up short. And this one's going to go out of bounds. Almost said Dafford. Dafford's number 5. He hit the three earlier. You can tell right away Huntington's got the size advantage. Huntington's got some guys that match up with Norwell, but Huntington's also got guys that have the height advantage over the Norwell kids. That's Lane Havens who feeds it outside. Sunderman for three, and he is having himself a ball game. All 7 of Huntington's points belong to Sunderman. He's got 7. Count the basket and a foul.
Basket by Hacker.
It was Hacker who got the bucket. Or was it?
Good basket to the line to shoot one.
I believe that's Reinhard who's at the free throw line. Jace Reinhard, he knocks in the free throw. That's Havens who gets around the screen. Havens picked up by Oakley Bryant. Little high-low action. That's traveling. You could tell that from up here. Jace Reinhard, Clayton Talby went up with it and came down with the basketball. 1 point game in favor of the Vikings. Reinhard kicks it out. This is Harris. He'll swing it to the corner, and that three comes up short. But Reinhard with the offensive board. That's a three for Dafford, and he's got 2 in this ball game.
Dafford.
Wes Dafford already with 2 triples as the Vikings feed it to Lane Havens, and Havens gets his own rebound. He'll kick it out, Maddox Bumgardner, who's got the board. It's finally brought down by the Vikings, and the putback is good, and that is Lane Havens. Baseline drive, basket goes. Weston Harris. And Norwell takes the lead. We've got a good one early on. And as I have it, that's Harris's first points of the game. The jumper won't fall. Who's got the board? It's still loose, and then Dafford picks it up. Check that. That's Dafford on the run. It was Reinhard who picked it up, and Dafford scores in transition. Already 8 points for Wes Dafford. We got some high scorers already in this ball game. Havens wants some more. Doesn't have it. But the rebound comes right to him. So far, Ami Sunderman's having a good ball game. He's got 7 of the 9 for the Vikings. Havens stolen away. Weston Harris on the run. Across the paint, off glass and in for Oakley Moser. Although one of us had it right. As Sunderman has the ball for the Vikings. Sunderman having a good game so far, but his pass taken away, and that's Moser. No, it's not. It's Harris. I thought it was Moser at first, but then it was Harris who had come from behind. Pull up three, Dafford. He's feeling it. That's 3 threes for Dafford. And he's got 11 points total. Here's Sunderman. Sunderman's going to pull up. He needed it, and he got it. That's 10 points already for Sunderman. We've got some kids lighting it up on the scoreboard. Dafford's one of them. That's Reinhardt. And Reinhardt gets to the basket. Jace Reinhardt up to 5 points for the ball game. And we got an 8-point game. We had a back-and-forth game early. Norwell has kind of been on a tear lately. Isaac Hacker will feed that one back outside to Sunderman. Sunderman pulls up again, not this time. Ball's batted around. Who's got it? That's Havens who's going for it. It's a jump ball, and the way they do it at the MVP is when there's a jump ball, it literally is a jump ball. It's no alternating possession. They actually jump it, and if you want the ball, you got to win the tip. Not only do you have to win the tip, you also don't get any double bonus. 15 foul in each quarter results in 1-1. Dylan Miller calling out where he wants his guys positioned. Nice save, Reinhardt. He had to jump a long way to catch that one. Feed to the corner. That three won't fall, and Havens had it for a moment. It's eventually picked up. That's Brody Jones, and it's turned over. Dafford got it. Dafford with 11 points in this game for the Knights. And a foul is called. And as I have it, that's the first team foul. I have to correct that. Second team foul against Huntington. Oakley Bryant going to the free throw line for the Knights. Doesn't get the first one. We're not quite at the 1-and-1 mark yet.
Bryant at the line.
Cooper Tinnell will check into the game for Huntington. 0 for 2, and that is Tinnell fresh into the ball game who gets the board. Sunderman drives and scores, and we've got 18 seconds. Ami Sunderman already 12 points, 12 seconds. Floater in the paint is good. Jace Reinhardt. 4 seconds. Sunderman, 2 seconds. Gets it off with one on the timer, but he missed the three. And we've played one quarter here at the Boys and Girls Club so far. We are back after this break here on SummitCitySports.com. This is MVP March Middle School Madness.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Well, so far we've seen some pretty good basketball here in Game 1 of today's MVP March Madness. Ami Sunderman has shown us some good basketball today. He's got 12 points total. That was a nice drive to the basket there. That got it down to what was a 6-point game at the time. But a guy on the Norwell side who's having a really good ball game is Wes Dafford. And I think we're going to see from him here. Yeah, just enough space to take that shot, and he knocked it down. My apologies for that reaction, folks. That was some loud music coming out of that speaker. And I got a speaker right in front of me, one right in front of me and one just a few feet to my left. So that's the situation here at the Boys and Girls Club. 7 minutes on the clock. We're just about ready to start the second quarter. And the MVP basketball program partners with the Boys and Girls Club of Fort Wayne to provide Fort Wayne's most unique and comprehensive basketball program. And we're about to see some more of that basketball right now. Sunderman wins the tip. That's Brody Jones on the drive, and he throws it away. Braylon Putman went for that loose ball but couldn't catch up to him. To it, rather. This is Dafford, and Dafford's got 11 points this game. He's hit 3 threes. I failed to mention that earlier. Nolan Hitchfield feeds that one off. All poked away into the backcourt. Hitchfield stays with it, but that ball's going the wrong way if you're a Norwell fan. It is recovered by Hitchfield, and it's going to stay Knight's ball. Of course, the 10-second clock comes back into play when the ball goes across the timeline. Gabe Gerber comes all the way to the sideline. That's Cooper Tinnell who's guarding him. And nice hustle there, but thrown out of bounds. Dafford able to save the possession. He threw it off of Havens, and the Knights will keep the ball. Gabe Gerber looks to inbound. And this is Dafford. Dafford with those 3 triples already. I don't have an exact height measurement on my roster for Dafford. You can tell he's not very tall, but what he lacks in size, he clearly makes up for in three-point shooting ability. But that time, it was Clark Evans with the putback for Norwell, and he's going to the line.
Clark Evans with the hoop.
And you did see Wes Dafford miss a 3 as I was raving about his three-point shooting ability. You're going to have your makes, you're going to have your misses at just about any level of the game. Even in college basketball and the NBA, the best three-point shooters shoot it at 30% plus. They're usually not shooting threes at 50% plus. That would be extremely difficult. As Tinnell gets a high screen, he's able to feed it inside. Talby missed the shot, but he is fouled.
Clayton Talby will go to the line and shoot 2.
I think this is Talby's first trip to the free throw line in this game. But he's a little long on that first one. Oakley Moser will re-enter the game for the Knights. So we're wondering where Norwell Middle School and Norwell High School are. They are in Ossian, Indiana, part of Northern Wells County, hence the name Norwell. High arcing free throw there. That's Talby. He gets 1 out of 2. He's on the board. And here's Dafford across the timeline. That was almost a catch and shoot. Gerber put it on the deck. And he goes outside to Moser. Moser into the paint. Muscling his way for the deuce.
Also with the turnaround jumper.
Oakley Moser, his second field goal of the game, and he's played well on the defensive end too. Boy, Tinnell with a high dribble there. Talby steps inside. I'm not sure if he wanted glass. Unfortunately, he didn't get anything. Here's Dafford coming the other way. He had the hot hand in the first quarter. He'll feed that one outside to Moser. Moser almost lost it. Got it back to Dafford. Moser down the baseline. That's a catch-and-shoot three. Gerber, no good. We'll give Tinnell an A for effort. Unfortunately, he was not able to save it in time.
Reinhardt back in the game.
Reinhardt back in. Sunderman back in for Huntington North. He's having a heck of a ball game. 12 points total. Hit a couple of threes. Good ball movement by the Knights as they feed it outside to Moser. Mason Vendall will kick it back out as Jace Reinhardt drives. They do just get it out to Oakley Bryant. Bryant bobbled the ball for just a moment. Oh, nice cut. Basket goes and a foul. Oakley Bryant with the bucket. Was trying to find his number in that sea of white shirts. But it is Bryant. Oakley Bryant, not to be confused with Oakley Moser. And Bryant, true on his free throw, he completes the three-point play. And this is a 14-point lead, but don't let that make you think that this game's all said and done. Memorial Park was down, if I understand correctly, 16 points against East Noble last night. Came all the way back to win, and Mitch Sturm even telling me that Memorial Park went on a 27-0 run. And I think you could say that Memorial Park's been the comeback kids these last few years. They did call a foul there on Clayton Talby.
Substitution. Weston Harris comes back.
Of course, last year, Memorial Park played Blackhawk Christian at Hoosier Gym. They were down 24 points at halftime, as I recall. Memorial Park came all the way back to win that game. Here's Bryant on the attack, into the paint, and he's fouled. Oakley Bryant was at the free throw line not too long ago, and he'll go right back there.
Number 0 with the foul. That's Tinnell.
It's Tinnell with the foul, and I got to reset my scoreboard here. That's the fourth team foul. So Norwell now in the bonus. No double bonus, just the 1-and-1 bonus. Brody Jones into the game. Of course, he's done so many high school games this year, it could be easy to make that mistake. But it's not double bonus, it's just bonus, the old school bonus, if you will. 0 for 2, though, but an offensive board. That's Oakley Moser. And Oakley Bryant trying to drive through traffic. That's a jump ball. And again, the jump balls at this MVP March Madness tournament are literal jump balls. It's not alternating possession. You actually have to win the tip-off. And it is Weston Harris who comes away with it for Norwell. Blocked by Sunderman. Heads-up play. Mason Vendall keeps it alive for the Knights. As Oakley Moser looking for space. He's trying to get away from trouble. That's Reinhardt. Floater, no good. Pulled down by Clayton Talby. Havens on the drive, left it short. And again, don't think that just because it's a 14-point game that this game's over. There have been some comebacks in MVP March Madness. But the first free throw comes up short for Lane Havens. Gabe Gerber has just checked in, one of the guys who just checked in, and back into the game for Norwell is Wes Dafford. He's had a good long rest here this second quarter. Havens will get one on that trip to the line. Dafford gets the high screen from Harris. Dafford's had a good game, as I believe that's Joe Jordan making his way to the scorer's table, sitting right next to Mitch Sturm. Baseline drive, Harris slows down and gets it back outside to Gabe Gerber. Little fake there from Mason Vendall. We'll go back outside to Dafford. Dafford had the hot hand in quarter number 1. He's got 11 points. All those points were in the first quarter. You can have a great first quarter and not such a great second quarter. That's one of the reasons why basketball is a team game. Speaking of team game, good putback there, Weston Harris. I've got Harris for 4 points in this game. As that three doesn't fall, the Knights get to it. They're up 15. And this is Reinhard coming down the floor for Norwell. Al Reinhardt getting to the basket, but he missed. That was a great drive. And again, Huntington North seems to have the size advantage. At least they've got the bigger front court. Boy, that could have been a carry. Are they saying he stepped out of bounds? Or we might have a foul against Norwell here. We do have a foul. It's on Mason Vendall. It was not a shooting foul, but it will be Huntington North basketball. 1:27 left here in the second quarter. Havens gets it into Maddox Bumgardner. Havens. This is Sunderman. Sunderman had those 12 points in the first quarter. He's looking for Talby. Now he'll get it to him. Talby fakes and puts it in. Nice move by Talby. And I've got that as his first field goal of the game. Dafford was thinking about it. Check that. That was not Dafford. That was Vendall. Here's the drive by Gabe Gerber. High off the glass.
Nice basket. G. Gerber.
30 seconds, a 15-point lead. That is the largest lead Norwell has had in this game. Outside to Sunderman. 21 seconds. We'll see if the Vikings hold for the final shot of this quarter. Back outside to Havens. Havens to the corner. Sunderman is thinking about the three. Now he'll go baseline and puts it in. Great drive by Sunderman. And a timeout called by Norwell. Just getting a reminder of how they do things here at MVP basketball. The MVP that they'll name at the end of the game will basically be our player of the game, and I think that's been the way it typically is for these MVP basketball games. At least that's the way I've gone about it. I think that's the way Tim Atkinson, who does a lot of these games, goes about it as well. Here's another look at our latest replay. Ami Sunderman, 14 points, almost lost in all of that. That moment there was Sunderman and his great play. Now, he was scoreless in the second quarter until that bucket. But for the game, he's got 14 points. Had a great first quarter. And of course, games are never won or lost in the first quarter, but you can build momentum in the first quarter. But games are never won or lost in the first quarter. Not necessarily, at least. Right now, we've still got 7.6 seconds to go. Dylan Miller called that timeout. And the Knights will have time to get a shot off. This is Dafford, 5 seconds. Dafford, you know he wants to shoot it. He's going to shoot it and get it off, but it's no good. Clayton Talby with the board. And that brings us to the end of the first half. So we've played a whole half of basketball here. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching you're watching MVP basketball. These are middle school kids. Brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Well, it is halftime, and we are currently joined by Ami Sunderman of the Huntington Vikings. Well, Ami, that was a good first half you turned in. 14 points. Obviously, the game's not over, but how do you feel about the way you played?
I think that even though I played good, we could play better, and we're down, but I think we can get a good comeback and win this game.
Yeah, we've seen some comebacks here at MVP basketball. We've seen them this year. I remember seeing some last year as well. What's it going to take? What's it going to take for you guys to try and trim into this deficit a little bit?
I think if we just hone in on the defensive end of the court, because we're playing good offense, we've scored on a bunch of possessions, but if we can just minimize them from shooting and get stops on defense, we'll be okay.
Joe Jordan getting in some picture time here. Well, Ami, those were some pretty good possessions you just turned in. First, that baseline drive on the offensive end, then you get the stop on the defensive end. How helpful is that to close the first half on a positive note?
Yeah, it is helpful because if we can just keep doing that exact thing, and it gives us momentum in the second half.
All right, well, Ami, thanks for joining me. We'll let you get back to your teammates. You got a whole other half to play.
Yep. Thank you. See you.
And I believe Wes Dafforn is on his way up here as well. Here he comes right now. Yeah, he was just making his way up the stairs. And Wes Dafforn joins me right now. Well, Wes, that was a good first half. You just turned in 11 points, 3 threes. Now, obviously that was all in the first quarter, but nonetheless, how pleased are you with the performance you just turned in that first half?
I'm pretty happy with it. And we're playing pretty good. We just need to play a little bit better on defense, rebound a little bit better. But after that, then we're good.
Well, for your team, it was a pretty good start to this game. Up 13 right now. You were up 15 at one point. What do you think have been some of the best reasons as to why you've taken this big lead that you have?
I mean, we're swinging the ball, moving the ball on offense. We're playing all right defense. We need to step it up a little bit in the second half. But, yeah, we're playing good right now.
Yeah, good thing you said swinging the ball, because this time of year people hear the word swinging, they think of baseball. But we're obviously here for basketball. I may talk about Norwell baseball a little bit later. But nonetheless, how much do you enjoy being here a part of this MVP March Madness tournament?
I just love playing basketball, and especially during March, because that's the best time to play basketball.
Wes Dafforn joining me for a little halftime interview. Wes, I'll let you get back with your teammates. Thanks for joining me.
Yep.
We'll get to hear from Wes Dafforn and Ami Sunderman at halftime. We've got about a minute and a half left until the second half gets underway. I'll be back after this 40-second pause on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, it is halftime here at the Boys and Girls Club of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and we have seen some good basketball, and even Boys and Girls Club CEO, Fort Wayne Boys and Girls Club CEO Joe Jordan getting some picture time while we had Ami Sunderman up here moments ago. Meanwhile, here's one of our replays. They are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. I think this was one of our putbacks from in that first half, from that second quarter. Nope, that was just a good drive to the basket by Gabe Gerber. It went high off the glass to get that bucket. Well, we've got just 13 seconds before we get the second half underway. Good time to remind you that Midwest American Federal Credit Union is excited to partner with the Boys and Girls Club of MVP basketball program. Boys and Girls Club's MVP basketball program. The opportunity to improve the lives of their neighbors inspires every move they make. They invite everyone to download their Zogo app, which provides financial education and principles for all ages. Users can earn gift cards for completing financial lessons. For more information on Midwest America's Zogo program, visit their website at midwestamerica.org or stop by any of their 15 branches. And just like that, we are ready to start the third quarter. Yeah, they start every quarter with a jump ball. There's no alternating possession. There's no this team gets the ball to start the second quarter, this team gets it to start the third quarter, or anything like that. No, it's an actual jump ball. And this jump ball is going to be between Ami Sunderman and Oakley Moser. And Ami wins the second half tip into the hands of Lane Havens. Looks like Norwell starts out in a man-to-man defense. Of course, nice cut. Havens got open, but he couldn't finish. Talby trying to keep it alive, and he loses the ball. Dafford has it for Norwell. I was about to say, you're so used to seeing the Norwell girls basketball team play that 1-3-1 zone under head coach Eric Thornton. Reinhard kicks it outside. Looked like Moser was thinking about a three for just a moment. That three ball goes over the backboard. The shot taken by Jace Reinhard, and it will be Huntington basketball. Got a chance to make this a 1-point game inside three-point land, or they can make it a 10-point game from beyond three-point land. Sunderman backing in, goes for the spin move, but can't hit the jumper. Talby will give him an A for effort, and this time it's an A+. It's Vikings ball. Bryant knocked it out of bounds. Bumgardner trying to find Talby, and I think he just beat that 5-second clock. Talby had it knocked away. Recovered by, that's not Dafford, that's Moser, number 11. That's Dafford firing the three, and it's long. Isaac Hacker with the board for the Vikings. Lane Havens. Loose ball picked up by Jace Reinhard, and Reinhard wanted to lob it, and he kind of got caught in indecision. That's Sunderman with a takeaway. He bobbled it. Goes up for the shot, and it's short. Talby battling for the board. He's been battling on those blocks, but couldn't get the rebound to himself, but he did force a jump ball. And again, it actually is a jump ball. Meanwhile, Reinhard has to tie his shoe. You can't see him because that's Greg Mose, one of our officials, who was blocking the view of him. Now, that's not to blame Greg Mose. I mean, he's got to find a place to stand. Of course, he's standing right next to that Glenbrook Automotive logo. Havens was fouled. Dafford called for the foul. They get it into Talby. Lane Havens into the paint, had it blocked. Sunderman will try from three. And we've got our first points of the third quarter. Sunderman has 17 total. Dafford unable to answer. And that three just would not fall. Good hustle down low by Reinhardt, but the Vikings take over, and they can make this a one-digit game. Not one score, but one digit. Sunderman again, short this time. Weston Harris comes down with the board for the Knights. And Harris on the run. Harris stops and pops, but left it short, and that's a foul. Oakley Moser called for the foul. And that's 2 team fouls against Norwell here in this third quarter. Clark Evans will check in. I was talking about Norwell baseball. Norwell's baseball team actually won their regional last year. They beat Bishop Dwenger, and anytime Norwell plays Bishop Dwenger, you're going to see a whole lot of blue and gold. So much so you'd think you're at a Notre Dame game. Had the tipped and taken away by Dafford. Dafford looks to drive. Little spin move. Could not finish. Give Dafford an A for effort. He was going up amongst the trees. And almost got a bucket against 2 men bigger than himself. Balin Putman will check in. And this will be a tip-off or a jump ball between Clayton Talby and Clark Evans. This ball is out of bounds. Vikings take over, and we've been stuck at this 33-23 score for quite a while. And with that stop, the Vikings can make it even closer. Lane Havens across the timeline. Back out to Sunderman. Sunderman making sure he protects the basketball. Gets it off. Havens and a foul. That's the 3rd team foul on Norwell. And Lane Havens goes to the free throw line. He's got his first one. We've had a grand total of 4 points scored here in the third quarter, but they've all been scored by Huntington North. Slowly but surely making their way back into this ball game as Gabe Gerber checks back in for the Knights. I said Huntington North. It's more Huntington. These kids aren't quite at Huntington North. They're 7th graders. Second one won't fall. And Norwell does come up with it. They hold him to just 1. There's Jace Reinhardt across the timeline. Reinhardt on the edge of the paint, had the ball knocked away, so no traveling call. Gerber hands it off. That's Reinhardt. Reinhardt into the paint. Goes outside. Harris. Harris behind his back. Reinhardt gets the screen. That was Evans. And Reinhardt will drive, and he is fouled. Clayton Talby called for the foul. That's the first team foul this quarter against the Vikings. We've got 2:56 left this quarter. And 2 free throws coming up for the Knights. That is Jace Reinhardt at the free throw line. Long on the first one. Norwell has yet to score here in the third quarter. Oakley Moser checks in for Norwell. Oh for 2. Oh, stolen away by Reinhardt. He's just able to secure it. Here's Moser. He swings it outside. Dafford finds Reinhardt on the inside. Moser through the paint. Got it. Oakley Moser breaks the scoring drought for Norwell. We've got 2 minutes and 23 seconds and counting to go in quarter number 3. Sunderman, a little bit short, battling for the board. He finally appeared to have it, but it's going to be a jump ball instead. And again, it is an actual jump ball, so both teams will go for the tip. It's Sunderman versus Moser. Recovered by Tinnell, off the tip by Sunderman. Tinnell, outside of Jones. Sunderman. Drives. Surrounded by a sea of blue when he feeds Tinnell. They get it out to Balin Putman. Jones hands that one off. Back to Tinnell. Long possession by the Vikings. We're down to 1:38. Sunderman feeds it through traffic. Basket goes. Brody Jones. Reinhardt to the basket, kicks it out. That's Dafford. 3 ball on the way, no good. That was Gerber who missed it. Sunderman the board, and Huntington North will come the other way. Haynes down the floor to the corner. Sunderman short on the 3. Moser trying to go through traffic. His shot rims out. And the Vikings have the board. That's Tinnell. 48 seconds left here in this third quarter. Putman back to Sunderman. He'll get the screen. That was Jones who set it. Sunderman on the drive. Pulls up and got it. Just got it to drop. Sunderman with 15 points, 5 this quarter. Pull-up jumper, Moser, short. But an offensive board by Reinhardt. Still 13 seconds. The 3 ball goes. Gabe Gerber from downtown. 2 seconds. Havens, air ball. And we got a 10-point ball game with 1 quarter to go. Huntington North's worked their way back into it, but they're still down 10 as we go to the fourth on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
So I tell the truth all the time, ain't got no sympathy for no. I admit that I'm rich and I'm lit. Jumping up on stages, I get 200 occasions, but I ain't really the game up. We make sure they trap down. They see how I made it, I'm the reason they won't rap now. See me out in traffic, make a hater pull his head down. Biggie's OG salute me, a stylist can't even style me. The robbers probably won't get me, I'm hopping out Lamborghinis. The youngest turn in my city, they try me, I get it cracked. Some of this still would happen if I never started rapping. My people don't.
Well, as we get ready to start the fourth quarter, a good time to give special thanks to Boys and Girls Club President Joe Jordan for supporting the MVP basketball program and providing all of these kids a great opportunity to showcase their skills on the court and help them grow as young adults off the court. Joe Jordan is here. He's at the scorer's table right next to Mitch Sturm, who's the founder and CEO of MVP basketball here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. He also does some officiating for JV basketball games. And right now tonight he's doing just about everything, which he often does. He's keeping score, he's PA announcing, he's got the trophies. And I think that Mitch also is the one who contacted the officials for each of these games. And he'll be presenting the MVP trophy when this game is all said and done. We have yet to find out who that is, because we've still got another 7 minutes on the clock.
Who's going to move on in the tournament?
And they're going to redo that jump ball.
Strike one.
That's a very brief argument from the Norwell side. The assistant just said, we finally won one, and it doesn't count. I don't think anybody actually got it, though. Sunderman, he had a look, but puts it on the deck. And that jumper just would not fall. Well, Huntington has closed the gap just a little bit. Meanwhile, They almost got a takeaway as Bryant was falling to the deck. Harris feeds it off. Oakley Bryant down the floor, puts it in.
Layup by Bryant.
Oakley Bryant gets his first make from the field. Sunderman was leading the comeback, but that ball's knocked away and it's out of bounds. Of course, our next game is between Shawnee and the Huntington North 8th grade team, or Huntington 8th grade team, not Huntington North. My apologies there, folks. Chances are a lot of these kids will be going to Huntington North when it comes time for them to go to high school. Screen set by Talby. Sunderman out on the wing. Talby will screen for him. Looked like Sunderman was thinking about a three, instead pulls it down. Sunderman knocked away. He recovers it, and that one's knocked away and out of bounds off of Nolan Hitzfield. Right to the Shawnee kids down there behind the baseline. Inbound Sunderman. He'll fire the three, but that doesn't go. Good battle by Talby to get the offensive board. Has to give it up to Havens. And is that a jump ball? It is.
And we have another jump ball situation.
And again, it actually is a jump ball at MVP level because they actually do have to tip it. And Norwell wins this tip. Dylan Miller will call out the play. Daffhorn feeds it inside, leaning in for the shot, and coming through is Mason Vendall. Check that, Harris. My apologies, I thought I saw a 15 there, but apparently it was Harris. Whistles blow, and I think we got a ball out of bounds. Into the game for Huntington North comes Cooper Tinnell. It is Norwell basketball as they lead it by 14. They were outscored in the third quarter, but so far the Knights have outscored the Vikings 4-0, and they keep possession of the basketball. Oakley Bryant comes away with it for the Knights. It's a high screen from Moser. The three's a little long, and Sunderman comes away with the board. That was Gerber who shot it. 4:34 and counting left in this fourth quarter. Lane Havens was thinking about the three. Instead, he feeds it off. Dylan Miller wants to dig into his bench. Here's Tinnell. Air ball on the three, but that was knocked out of bounds.
We have substitutions.
That was Weston Harris who knocked it out, and he stuck up one hand like he was swatting at a volleyball almost. They get it in to the baseline. This is Tinnell. Talby into the paint. Three ball. Tinnell rattles it home. And Cooper Tinnell has his first points of this game. 31 total for the Vikings. They trail by 11. Poked away. It's Tinnell again. And Tinnell to the basket, blocked, but a foul. It was blocked by Reinhardt, but he commits the foul. Dylan Miller telling his guys, watch your passes. I'll give you another look at this replay after this first free throw by Tinnell. Got 3:44 to go. The free throw does not fall, but here's a look at the replay. Tinnell just sticks his hand out there. And you'll see the back end of this. Yeah, there's definitely some contact there on the part of Reinhardt. Tinnell gets the second free throw. And we'll have a timeout. Timeout was called by the Vikings, so we'll take a full timeout right along with them here on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, we've got 3:44 left to go until this fourth quarter gets done. Now, it is a 10-point lead right now for the Norwell Knights, but we've seen some comebacks at MVP March Madness before, and we've seen MVP basketball games that featured huge comebacks. We saw a comeback from Memorial Park just last night against East Noble, went on a 27-0 run. And, of course, they went to Hoosier Gym last year and came back from, I believe it was 24 down to beat Blackhawk Christian. In case you're wondering where Hoosier Gym is, well, it's in Knightstown, but it's the home of the movie Hoosiers. That's right, that's where the movie Hoosiers was filmed. It's an iconic landmark here in the great state of Indiana. And they do have basketball games there, including, of course, MVP basketball games. That's a quick drive by Jace Reinhard. Dafford had those 11 points in the first quarter. He's been scoreless ever since. He's got the ball right now. Catch and shoot. The three is good. It's Gerber. Gabe Gerber. As I have it, Gerber's got 8 points in this ball game. Here's Sunderman. Largest lead in this game for Norwell has been 15. Sunderman had it halfway down, and that board pulled down by Oakley Moser. Here's Reinhard across the timeline. Reinhard going quick, but the teardrop does not fall, and Sunderman's got the board. 2:44. Here comes Sunderman. Sunderman kicks it to the corner. That's Tinnell. Tinnell for three. He's hit one. Not that one. Talby keeps it alive. Havens. Tough shot. He got it. Lane Havens puts it in for the Vikings. I've got him for 6. Here's Gerber across the timeline. And that's a foul on the drive by Jace Reinhard. He'll go to the line. 2:08 to go.
Reinhard will go to the line.
Each team has committed 1 foul so far this quarter. I'll go ahead and reflect that on my scoreboard. Oh, Reinhard just got it. Dylan Miller will make some substitutions. Weston Harris checks in. Both of them good. That's 8 for Reinhard. He's got 8 for the game as I have it. As we are now right at 2 minutes left in this ball game. Sunderman to the paint. Spins in, and he was fouled.
Foul on the drive.
So Sunderman goes to the line. Brody Jones waits to check in for Huntington. Oakley Moser to check in as Sunderman gets his first. He's got one more.
Oakley Moser and Brody Jones.
Oakley Moser and Brody Jones will check in. He got them both.
And we have another timeout.
This is actually 19 points for Sunderman. I think I had it wrong earlier. But meanwhile, we do have another timeout. This timeout called by Huntington North. It's a full timeout, so we'll take it right along with them on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, it is an 11-point lead for Norwell over Huntington as the Knights try to advance the ball against the press. We've got 1 minute and 46 seconds plus left to go in this ball game. The kick to the corner for Harris. Here's Dafford. He gets the high screen, and after this game's over, Mitch Sturm will be presenting the MVP trophy to the player who gives the best performance in this ball game. That ball got loose, but it was scooped up. It's going to be out of bounds off the Vikings. Still Knights ball, tapped around, and the Vikings take over. Here comes Tinnell. Tinnell, the drive, got it on the floater. And we're back to single digits, still just 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Tipped in the air, that's going to go, a foul. A foul is called on Norwell. Foul was called by Paul Carter. They get it on Dafford. That's the 3rd team foul on Norwell here in quarter number 4. As Sunderman drives and kicks it to the baseline, or to the wing rather, Isaac Hacker's 3 doesn't fall, and the Knights get the stop. A lot of traffic there that Reinhardt had to go through. Oh, they had a man wide open. Out of bounds off Norwell. Moser lost it. And the Vikings will take over. Corner 3, Sunderman! 37 seconds, we've got a timeout. I'll reflect that on my scoreboard here in just a second. A reminder, we've got Shawnee versus the Huntington the Huntington 8th grade team coming up when this game's all done. But that was a timeout, I think, taken by Huntington North. I'll reflect that on my scoreboard. And I'll show you this latest replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Boy, Sunderman's having a great ball game. I've got him for 22 points. This is just a quick pull-up. He had just enough space. Not much space, but just enough to knock it down. And Sunderman continues his great ball game. 6-point game, 37 seconds to go. It's not over, but the Vikings need 6 points in 37 seconds. Inbound to Dafford. Dafford had those 11 first quarter points. He's double-teamed, and was he fouled? Timeout Norwell. And after that timeout, we'll go ahead and take a quick 40-second pause on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
We've got 31.7 seconds left in this ball game. Norwell did call a timeout. It's a good time to remind you that the MVP basketball program partners with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Fort Wayne to provide Fort Wayne's most unique and comprehensive basketball program. And, of course, Boys and Girls Club President Joe Jordan is down at the scorer's table with Mitch Sturm. We'll be presenting the MVP trophy when this game is all said and done as Reinhard breaks the press. Got it down to 20 seconds, and right now Norwell is trying to dribble time off the clock and make the Vikings think about fouling, and they don't think about it too long. That was Lane Havens. Now that sequence took about 25 seconds off the clock. Vikings still have 2 more fouls to give, and there's another foul. They now have 1 foul to give. 14 seconds left as Oakley Bryant puts it in. That's Weston Harris. He's quadruple teamed, and there's team foul number 4. 10.9. Now, right now, Norwell's just trying to work the clock and force the Vikings to foul. And remember, it's 1-1 should you get fouled, and right now, that's going to take a lot of time off the clock. Reinhard breaks the press, and he gets fouled. So Jace Reinhard going to shoot 1-1 with 7 seconds left. And again, the rules are in MVP basketball, you got to make your free throws to win the game. He didn't make that one, but time ticking away. It's Tinnell, 2 seconds, and they're not going to get enough shots off here. They'll get that one off. It will count. Havens knocks it down. The shot is good, so a great comeback by the Vikings, but it's the Norwell Knights who win this game. And we're going to keep it right here. Check that. We'll be right back in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game.
Mr. Sunderman, come on out.
So for Huntington, Ami Sunderman is our MVP. 22 points turned in by Sunderman, an outstanding performance. So right now he's posing for a little picture from Joe Jordan. Sunderman was with Mitch Sturm there, but it was Joe Jordan taking the picture. Wes Dathorn recognized as the MVP for Norwell. 11 points, 3 threes in this ball game. Always great when you can hit multiple triples, and Dathorn was able to do that tonight. As Joe Jordan gets his picture with him. So we have our MVPs.
On the 16th, the 6 p.m. game.
And so that means that the Norwell Knights will be back on the 16th as we'll check in on our bracket. The Norwell Knights will play again on the 16th. And that will be against the winner of St. Vincent versus South Unity, which is tomorrow. So we know Norwell's moving on. Who's moving on to meet them on the 16th? That'll be decided tomorrow in the 6 p.m. game. And we'll be right back in just a matter of moments. You're watching MVP Basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
All right, well, what you're seeing there is our final score. We have a winner in this ball game. The Norwell Knights do win it 47-43, and again, our MVPs for the night are Wes Dafford with his 11 points and his 3 triples, and Ami Sunderman. $47-43 is your final. So a great performance turned in by the Norwell Knights. Now, it did end up being closer than I think they wanted it to, but they'll take the win. They're moving on to play either St. Vincent or South Unity. That'd be on the 16th when Norwell plays again, but the St. Vincent South Unity game will be tomorrow night. Back in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, that is our final score. Norwell beats Huntington, the 7th grade team from Huntington, and you'll get to see the 8th grade